Besties, we're going to Benidorm. I've never been to Benidorm before, and this is the first time going. Dylan just got out the car to go and get some chicken. He loves chicken. And we're flying tomorrow. We're off to a hotel tonight. And it's going to be very, very... Basically, we got back 5 days ago from Mallorca, and then now we're going to Benidorm. But I'm going to probably post this like 5 months after posting the Mallorca vlog. We've just set off. Slay. We got some snacks for on the aeroplane. And then we headed to Manchester, and we was all singing and slaying the day away on the way. And we were staying in a Premier Inn before we flew tomorrow morning because we had an early morning flight. And this was mine and Dylan's room that we were staying in. We're now at the hotel, and Dylan's currently doing his online training on his phone. Slay. And yeah, there's a bath and a shower. This room is very, very slay. Slay the day away. And yeah, love it. Love it. Love it. Besties, has anyone ever got the Percy Pig perfume from M&S, Marks and Spencer's? I love it. Dylan's waiting for me, but I just had to top up my Percy Pig spray. Slay. Oh, Wetherspoons. I was so excited for Wetherspoons, but on the way we got distracted by a plane. We couldn't tell what type of plane it was. And this is the Premier Inn that we were staying at. And then we headed towards the Wetherspoons. I got a chicken basket and chips. Then we went back to the hotel, and we had a few drinks in the hotel bar bit. It was so overpriced. Besties, I just made a cup of tea, and this cup of tea is the best cup of tea I've ever made in like my whole life because it's just... Oh. Morning, besties. Currently 7 o'clock in the morning, and I slept quite good last night. How did you sleep, Dylan? Great. He's on the phone. Oh, he's on the phone. But we're off to the airport, and then I probably won't vlog much there, but I will when we land. This was our first time flying from Manchester Airport, and it was actually so much easier than what I expected. I was waiting around for a few hours, but we had a KFC that was super, super slay. My hair was frazzled, but we was boarding the aeroplane, and I was so excited. This is also our first family holiday with Dylan's family, and this was the plane setting off. It looks so nice, and get ready for this view. Look at all those mountains. I couldn't tell if there were mountains or not at first, but then I realised they're definitely mountains. They were slaying the day away. Is that like a water thing? Is it a water dam? I'm not too sure. Look how pretty that looks. It literally was giving so much slay energy. I need to stop using the word slay, but look how nice that looks. And this is the plane landing. I don't know why I get so nervous every time it comes to the plane landing. I feel like a lot of people are like that actually, but we got through it. We slayed. And everyone had a clap when it landed. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Once we got off the airplane, we went straight through the airport, which was quite quick, and then we went to our transfer, which took us straight to our hotel. These were all the views that we saw on the way to the hotel. It is so pretty. I think this is like Midland, Spain. I think. Look, there was a giant bull. I'm not too sure what this was, but it was massive. Look, there's Benodorm. I finally saw Benodorm. It looks massive. We arrived at the hotel we were staying at. We are staying in Polynesian lodges. This place was so fancy. Plus we were staying on a mountain. They took us on a little car to take us to our like room. And this is the first room that we had. It does change. I will explain more in the video because we had to end up moving rooms. But all the rooms are kind of the same in our new room that we had anyway. But look at it. It was beautiful. It was slaying. This was mine and Dylan's room. Then this was the middle room. There was also a bottle of Cava. I think it was in the fridge. And this is the key to the room. So basically you just scan your wristband to get in. The door won't lock. Our cabin door will not like close or lock. It's all rotten at the bottom. The cabin, love it. Looks so nice. Perfect. Just got all packed and we might even have to move. And we can't go to the reception. And there's Dylan marching down to reception to be a Karen and complaining. We've just been to reception and complained already. Oh. And someone's on the way.
900 quid for this holiday.
Someone's on the way now to come sort it out. So, yeah. While we waited to get our new room, we decided to go down to where everything was to see what's around us. There were so many different swimming pools, and this was one of them.
Oh, it's like a bath.
That overlooked elephants. You could literally swim while elephants were right next to you. That one is called Dave. We then went and got our first drinks, and the drinks were actually in glasses, not those plastic cups. We headed straight back down to reception again after to find out when we'd get our new room, and then we managed to get it. And this was our new room. It was literally the exact same as the other room, but the door wasn't broken, and it was literally just flipped, like the other way around. This was mine and Dylan's room and our ensuite. Very, very slay. And this was the outside of our room. We had like a little bit of grass next to us with a swing on it as well. We then headed to see the entertainment, and Dylan ended up getting involved so much in They did this little game, and he ended up doing it. It was very, very slay.
What movie is it? Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, correcto.
Woo! Slay, Dylan. Slay!
The Little Mermaid. La Sirenita, correcto.
I think Dylan should have just got on the stage and done a dance. That would have been so slay. And here's him doing another dance. He's slaying. He should have been on that stage. Should have been on that stage. We're now back at the room and hunting for quilts because we left the aircon on and it is freezing. You right, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm just a bit.
He's a bit.
I've had a few too many cheeky tipples.
All I'm gonna say is.
Play. Ooh. Are we ready?
And here is Dylan and his
right,
nana opening a bottle of wine.
Before we go to bed. Are you ready? Right, so here's to love. Oh no, not this hand, this one.
Oh man, the lights.
Ooh,
Put the lights out. It's going.
Here's to love. Here's to honor. Happy holiday!
Alright, let's try a bit of it. This is my reaction to Said Everything. I don't usually drink wine. Is it even wine? No, it's not wine, it's champagne. It's champagne wine? It's champagne wine. Nah. I stick to my gin and vodka. Needed one of these swings. They were so slay. Then we had to run back to our old cabin. I even went and left it in the last place we was at before we had to move.
You silly sausage.
Me and Dylan had just gone back there. Good job the door was still like broken and we just went in and grabbed my charger. But yeah, I left it in the wall. I literally looked at it as well and went, oh, I can't forget that because Dylan left his charger at the last hotel we stayed at.
I really hope I don't leave it this time.
Good morning, besties. Today we got up to this lovely view and went down for breakfast. I got beans and a churro. Do not judge. Do not judge. It is slay. And then we went to the other swimming pools at our hotel, and this was one of them. Then that was the other one, and then this was the other one. We then headed back up to where this other swimming pool was because it was right next to the zoo, and we stayed there for a bit, and then we went into the zoo. This zoo was massive. I was not expecting it to be this big, but it's literally huge. And here we have a wild chicken. I feel like I need to commentate this. I'm gonna do it. And just look at that map. That is how big it was. It was massive. And the elephants. That was Jane. And there's a snake. That's a moth. I think that's a moth. And then there's also these, I was about to say goats, but I don't think they're goats. A rhino. And then, I don't know what that is. Oh, I forgot the names. But there's Margaret. And, oh, I forgot the names. There's an emu. Then these bats were fighting. Stop it! Who are you? Do not say that about me! How dare you! Oh my gosh! Stop it! As if you just said that! Ah! And then there's a rhino. Then there's a fox. And then there's loads of fish. And then there's a tiger. The tigers were really, like, I was sat down with my back, like, facing, like, the wall bit. And all of a sudden, one just came and jumped up behind me. There's a rhino. There was also a crocodile. And here's the tigers again. I think the tigers or lions. They're one of them. I didn't even notice the crocodile at first until it started moving. They really, like, blend in. There was a really, really, really tall bull. This was one of the other pools at the hotel, which is literally a water park. It was massive. This is one of the biggest hotels I've definitely stayed at. It was so slay. Speaking of being slay, Dylan and Layla were slaying right here. Slaying the day away. Dylan's about to attempt to run on water. Are you ready to see this? Are you ready? It was amazing. He looked so slay in his goggles as well. Slaying. Slay. Dylan's just talking to the birds. Slay stairway. And look at the bar. You can see the bar. Oh, it's that tower. Oh, it's really warm. Oh. Slay. We then went and sat at the pool for a bit and Dylan was dancing again. Dylan wanted to dance, but I've got to remove the audio anyway because it's copyright, but slay. We then went and sat at the other bar and we both fell asleep. And look at Dylan's eyes from them goggles. Literally put circles all around his face. Smile. Then nipped back to the room and I sat on my swing for a bit and then we went for tea. Dylan had Don and me, he was buzzing. Then went to the show bar bit, whatever it's called, for a little bit and then went back to the room. It's currently lightning outside. And it was really warm in the room as well. Dylan was not happy about the fan being. And I woke up to this beautiful singing and this beautiful view. It was amazing. We're off to a water park. Very, very slay. Just got ready. And, yeah. Breakfast this morning was breakfasting. Is that a word? We walked through the zoo to get to the water park again. On the way, we saw another tiger. Slay the day away. This time we actually went on the water park, and this place was beautiful. It was so much bigger than what I expected. Just look at it. Me and Dylan have just been on all the slides, and I've cut my arm. But what did you think to the slides, Dylan?
The slides? Wow. The big dead drop ones? Wow.
I'll show you what they look like. So there are all the slides. And look at these seals. I can't see them. I don't know. I felt quite sorry for them because they put them in one side of the pen and there wasn't really much room in there at all. I felt like picking them up and running them to the ocean. And then the man was like feeding them fish and stuff and he came up to the side. Then we went to the food bar bit and Dylan got a doner meat and chips and I got a fish and chips. This was really slay. We sat by the pool for a little bit and then went back to the room where we got changed because we was off out. Just took loads of photos in front of the mountains, not
I had to put
mountains.
some 50 on my nose. It's gonna be
Dylan's nose
really
is
red.
burning.
Yeah, I can't speak.
But yeah. Slay! Look how nice that view is. I love it. We're going to Benidorm in the next hour. Come into Benidorm with us. So we got a taxi because we was about 15 minutes away, and there was so many nice views on the way. Just look at Benidorm. It is so much bigger than what I expected. Like from the outside it looks quite small, but look at it, it looks beautiful. And we came across that hotel that was in the Benidorm movie. I don't know, but there's a TV show. That's it, TV show. But slay the day away. Look how pretty it is. It is beautiful. We went on the beach. Dylan went in the water for a bit. And it was really, really cold. Then we went into a bar on the seafront, did some shots. Dylan bought a drink. Then went to a few shops and then went back to the hotel and had a few drinks there. Dylan said he'd surprise me with a cocktail and he comes back with this.
It looked nice.
It is
the
horrible.
It was nice, but when you taste it, it's a different story.
I'll stick to my water. Tonight we went for tea and we went to a different restaurant which was part of the hotel, which was part of the all-inclusive as well. This was the Exotic Meats restaurant, and oh my gosh, I was not a fan of this at all. It was a robot delivering the food, and then a dessert got brought out for us to share between four of us. Dylan ate it all. Slay. We then went to the entertainment and then went on this bus to get us back to our room, and I don't know why this video just seems so eventful, but slay the day away. We got back to the room and then Dylan was eating a muffin. I don't remember where this muffin came from. I think he had it in his pocket from tea, but slay. And then look out the window, it looks beautiful. But the next day we got up ready to slay the day. And we realised we actually missed a whole other part of the zoo. And this part, oh my gosh, there was capybaras. It was so cute. Firstly, we went through this walk-through bit and there was just like birds just like walking around on the paths and stuff. They were slaying. And there was also bats. There was so many different animals and it was all so cute. Never thought I would ever see half of the animals that we saw. Like, look how cute that monkey is. And then there was also these, guinea pigs. Look at these. These were the cutest things we saw. Just look at me and a little carrot. I don't know what there was, but there was cute. Look at them. They're so cute. And there's a capybara. 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 That was a capybara. And there's two lions slaying the day away. And there's a wild Dylan. Right, I just came for a little walk. And oh, the wind is scaring me. But, yeah, look how nice these views are. You can see all the buildings. Oh, slay. But, yeah, I'm currently in the middle of the road. I better get off the road. There's a cloud. And then the place that we're staying at, they did this like light show as part of like their entertainment on a night. And that night, I rang my mum and dad for a few hours and we did a few shots. Because at the hotel, they had tequila rose, part of the all-inclusive. So I was like, oh my gosh, we all need to do one. They do tequila rose shots at the all-inclusive. Yeah, you can get like 100 tequila rose shots and it's on the all-inclusive.
Within reason.
Oh my god.
If you had 100
we're going out tonight in Benidorm and we're just walking to the entertainment hotel. This hotel, love it, it slays, but like had a few pre-drinks before we went out and then we got a taxi into Benidorm. On a night time looks like a complete different place compared to in the day. It looks so pretty. It looked quite peaceful at first until we got to the main bit, but look at it, it's slaying, it's slaying, it's slaying. This is the night out I definitely will never forget. Well, I say that, the next day I was so ill, but it was so slay. Look how slay this place was. We loved it. We were slaying. Dylan was slaying. Everyone was just slaying. And there was a takeaway. We didn't get one though. And then we went home this morning, not feeling very well. So I didn't bother going to breakfast. And then Dylan's gone out in Benidorm for a few hours. So I've just been walking around the site for about 20 minutes. I feel really awkward. I don't even know which way to go. I'm lost. I'll go back this way. I've literally just came from this way, I think. But slay. Don't know what to do. I ended up sitting by the pool. Look at these beds by the pool. So and then Dylan got back and he got me a present. He got me a little thing that said his name on it. And then we went for tea. And then we went to this like upstairs bit where we had like a few cocktails. And we had like this like, I think I got lasagna. Yeah, lasagna. It was really nice. And Dylan enjoyed it as well. Very, very slay. The next day we got up and we went back into Benidorm because we heard they had a market going on, which was the Benidorm market. And this was massive. It was so big. And then we went to the beach and then me and Dylan went on a little walk and went to a few shops and got a few more things that we needed to get. And we went tonight to this like upper bit on the restaurant, on the all-inclusive. And the food was very, very slay. We loved it tonight. And of course, we had to go to the usual all-inclusive to get an ice cream. And on the entertainment tonight, they played Just Dance, just on a screen. Today's the last day, and it's going to be very slow. For the last day, we went to the aqua park, and we just literally sat there all day in the sun. And then we had to go back to the room and pack up our stuff. It felt so sad doing this because I did not want to go home. And then we went for tea for the last time, and then walked out to this lovely sunset. It was perfect for our last day. Then we got up in the morning and we went for breakfast. Once we'd definitely make sure we was packed, and we got picked up and took down to the reception. And then we went and said bye to the elephants for the last time and got on a bus and headed towards the airport. We stayed at Magic Natura. Did I say it right? But yeah, it was beautiful. I loved every second of it. It was an experience I will never forget. Goodbye, Benidorm. I will miss Benidorm. I'm definitely going to have to go back. It's really warm. We've just got back to England and it's actually really warm. I'm shocked. We got through the airport really quick and then we headed towards the car and headed home. It was quite a long drive home because we did fly from Manchester. But very, very slight. Thank you everyone who watched to the end of the vlog. I love you all keep slaying. And look at that sunset. It is beautiful. It is so pretty. It is slaying. I love it.